Hello everyone, welcome to our full video review for the MSI GE72 Apache. To start things off, we'll go over the specs of the device. Kicking us off is the CPU, which is the Intel i7-7700HQ processor. The GPU inside is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 with 4 GB of GDDR5 RAM. Memory included is 16 GB of DDR4. Storage inside is a 1 TB 7200 RPM hard disk drive. For connectivity, there's Bigfoot Killer E2500 Gaming Network LAN and integrated Intel 3168 Sandy Peak Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth 4.0. Powering the device is a 6-cell smart lithium-ion battery pack, and it comes with a 180-watt AC adapter. There's a built-in FHD type 30 FPS 1080p webcam above the 17.3-inch FHD 120Hz 94% NTSC matte type wide viewing screen at the resolution of 1920 by 1080. On the left-hand side of the device is a Kensington lock, Ethernet jack, USB 3.0 port, HDMI 1.4 port, mini display port 1.2, USB 3.0 port, USB Type-C 3.1 port, 1 microphone, and 1 headphone jack. And on the right-hand side is a DVD Super Multi-Combo drive, a USB 2.0 port, a 3-in-1 card reader, and the AC power port. Taking a look at the internals of this laptop, let's start over on the right-hand side. We have the hard disk drive located right here. This currently has the OS and all of your games and your media on it. If you wanted to upgrade this to a solid state drive, you could do that. That would give you more storage if you wanted to go with a larger capacity, but it would really give you faster speeds. We have upgrades available for that. If you really wanted to go with some real speed, you could insert an M.2 into this spot right down here. We could install your OS to that, and then you'd have a really fast drive, and then you could keep this in there and put all your media and games on that instead and run dual drives. We also have 2 sticks of RAM located right here. You could upgrade these if you wanted faster speeds or larger capacities. We have the wireless and Bluetooth located right here. Up at the top, we have 1 fan on this side, primarily cooling the CPU with these 2 copper pipes. Another copper pipe comes off of it but heads over to the GPU located in the center of the machine. Most of the copper pipes lead off then to the left-hand side off that, and another third one over there to help cool down everything that's involved with the GPU. Then up at the top, we have the battery pack located up there along the top. And then we have an assortment of speakers at the front of the device. We also have a subwoofer style one over here as well to help with the lows. And then we have, of course, the DVD drive. Now, if you didn't really want a DVD drive, there are ways to upgrade this and change out what this is. You could either upgrade it and put in a Blu-ray. That might be an option you might be looking for. Or if you don't want a disk drive at all, you can have that removed, and actually we can add more storage over there. So if you're looking for more hard drive space, you could have it removed and you could put more of that in, and then you'd be really ready to go with plenty of saving room for games, media, and a lot more. The GE72 has a full-sized chiclet SteelSeries full-color RGB backlit keyboard with numeric keypad with a total of 102 keys. There's also 2 buttons up by the power button, one being for the RGB keyboard to toggle different settings, and one to turn your fan speeds up to max. The keys themselves have a medium to short travel distance and give pretty nice feel while typing and gaming. The screen quality is very good and has deep color representation with vivid colors and rich black levels. There wasn't any noticeable bleed on my monitor that I tested, which is always a good sign. The touchpad on the laptop looks to be finished similarly to the rest of the C surface on the laptop, but instead of being metal like the rest of the surface, it is plastic. The left and right click buttons below are individual from each other and the touchpad, which is how I like to see it. It results in more solid clicks and more space for the touchpad, so you don't have buttons built into the surface of it. Included in the box is a quick start guide and warranty information. There's also a contact card from MSI if you need assistance with your machine, but we'll also help you out here at Exotic PC if you need help. And of course, there's the included power cables. The weight of the laptop by itself is 6.6 pounds. And if you're going to be taking the power cable along with you, the total weight comes to 8.15. The battery life of the laptop, while using it with screen brightness set to around 50% and running basic tasks, you can expect around 2 to 2.5 hours of battery life. Busting out our decibel meter, we wanted to get readings of the device while playing games. So up away from the laptop, we had readings of 41. Coming up to the very front of the laptop, we had readings of around 47. And then coming around to the back, we had readings of around 60. Toggling the fans onto maximum speed, we could see that this number rose to 69, meaning that we're not using all of the fans while playing these games. And then taking a look at the heat map of the laptop while playing games, you can see that heat builds typically in the center of the laptop where the GPU is centrally located, but temperatures start to get a little bit warm, but still nothing that's overly hot. And then coming around to the back, you can see where the heat disperses out of both of the sides where the heat sinks are located. Kicking off our benchmarks, we went with Firestrike first, which scored 5,460, which makes this better than 30% of all test results, which is pretty on par for a 1050. Next, we moved on to Cinebench. Its OpenGL score was 106, which actually was higher than I was expecting, and the CB score for the CPU was 718. You can see how it stacks up on the left-hand side. Moving to our real-world testing, we started things off with Grand Theft Auto 5 on its default very high settings with MSIA off and with it at ×2 and 4. We had FPS readings of 66, 50, and 40. The GPU's temperature while testing was 64 degrees Celsius and the CPU's was at 78. Our second test was with Rise of the Tomb Raider on low, medium, and high. We had FPS readings of 66, 54, and 46. The GPU's temperature was at 65 degrees and the CPU's was at 78. Our third test was with Dirt Rally on medium, high, and ultra with MSA at ×4 for each of the tests. We had readings of 91, 80, and 52. And the GPU's temperature was at 63 degrees and the CPU's was at 71. And finally, our last test was with Hitman on low, medium, and on high. We had readings of 77, 68, and 46. The GPU's temperature was at 62 degrees Celsius and the CPU was at 79. If you're looking to put a personal touch on your machine, be sure to check out our extensive customization options before checkout, including upgrades available to RAM, storage, cooling, overclocking, custom paint, hydro and graphic wraps, laser etching, and much, much more. If you'd like to take a closer look at any of the specific BIOS menu screens, make sure you pause the video on the one you'd like to view closer. If not, be sure to check out the product link in the description or leave any comments down below if you have questions for us here at Exotic PC. I've been Andrew saying thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for future product overviews and reviews.